Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff General Lucky Rabo has described the call by Zamfara State Governor Bello Matoale for residents to acquire licensed arms for self-defense in the state as inappropriate. Rabo says only the president can authorize the use of firearms.
Well, I'm yet to get the details, but I do not think that's the right way to go. There are members of the armed forces, the police, and other security agencies. We equally have vigilantes in Zamfara. The basis for asking for citizens to bear arms, I'm yet to know. I believe that the Attorney General of the Federation will look at the Constitution and what the laws say and what the powers of the executive governor is to be able to do this. But I believe that that, in my view, is not the right way to go. There are, of course, actions that members of the security agencies, these armed forces in particular, the police and other security agencies that are doing in conducting in Zamfara state and environs. I believe that should. Beyond that, of course, there are other, legal issues, other issues of governance, other issues that the governor, I believe, could have addressed using the instrumentality of the laws that are available for, to bring greater peace and security. But like I said, I do not intend to, say much about it. I believe that the federal government, especially the, using the Attorney General to look at, the details of that press release, if you like, the instruction. If what I read is true, I do not also think that the governor has the powers to instruct the Commissioner of Police to issue license, because the Commissioner of Police does not have the powers to issue license.
Zamfara State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Dosara, joins us now to speak on what prompted Governor Bello Matoale to call on residents of the state to acquire arms for self-defense, the legality of the government's directive, and what impact it could make in combating banditry. Good to have you on Newsday. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's nice talking to you this time.
Now, you had the comments from the Chief of Defense Staff. He believes the directive from the state government is inappropriate and only the president has the power to give such a directive. Also, the Zamfara State Commissioner of Police says the embargo on firearms license is still in force, yet the governor is asking residents to obtain guns to defend themselves from bandits. How do you reconcile these two positions?
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak and clarify issues. In the first place, it is the basic functions of government to ensure the protection of lives and property anywhere. And being a responsible government that respects the constitutional provision, we have to do all we can to ensure the protection of lives and property of our people. Zamfara State has been in this type of trauma where hundreds of people are being killed, hundreds of people are being maimed, hundreds of people are being kidnapped, hundreds of women are being raped, children are being turned to orphans, and as responsible government, we cannot close our eyes and fold our arms to watch these things going on. Zamfara is almost 12 years now facing this trauma. So we have tried all we can. In the first place, the government invited the bandits for dialogue, which we did and succeeded, but conflict entrepreneurs sabotaged our efforts, even though Zamfara spent 9 months without any incident of banditry as a result of that dialogue. But like I said, conflict entrepreneurs came in and scuttled the success we had. His Excellency also, in his effort to ensure the constitutional responsibility of governance, decided to give the bandits ultimatum within which to embrace the dialogue and 6 months were given to them, and they refused. So the governor instructed the shutting down of mobile networks and also closed the markets and other places that the bandits are using in committing their atrocities. And that has helped greatly by reducing their capacity in attacking people, killing people, and kidnapping people. And this we are so much happy. But recently, the activities of bandits resurfaced, and we feel we should come up with other ways to ensure that we deal with the problem decisively by curtailing the insecurity. Everybody is aware that Nigeria has enough manpower in the security sector. And the little we have cannot cope with the magnitude of challenges in the security in the state. So we have to do everything we can to ensure that our people are protected. And it has now reached a level where we will invite people to contribute, to participate in ensuring the protection of their lives by preparing their minds to acquire legitimate weapons that will enable them defend themselves in the events of attack by the bandits. And this is what we are doing. And what we said, we set a process. One of the steps is we now design an application form which we will distribute to emirate councils in the state and the traditional rulers. The local authorities will now advertise and invite people wishing and have interest in acquiring these legitimate weapons so that they can defend themselves against the bandits. And they will do this by ensuring that wrong hands are not given the opportunity. They will also ensure that no person with criminal records are given the application form. And they will also make sure that the process ensure clean people are given the chance to do so. And we say after we have collected the information and the people who want to do it, we now pass it on to the Commissioner of Police and request him to do his own background checking on these people who applied for license for legitimate weapons, after which we expect him to send these cleared forms he did background checking on to the Inspector General of Police to do his own investigations and background checking to ensure that only people that are responsible are given the license. Meanwhile, we said in our statement that we are aware of the existing ban on the issuance of license in Nigeria because of the proliferation of weapons. We understand that. But we said we are also making move to consult with the presidency to give the IG the permission to give Zamfara people who wish to acquire legitimate weapons to defend themselves against the bandits. And this is what we are saying. And this is our position, and we are on it. And as a government, we are on it, and we continue the process.
Mr. Dosara, all you've said sounds pretty straightforward. It sounds pretty good on paper. It seems like a logical way to attack a situation in which, just as you've said, the Zamfara state government has exhaustively tried to find different methods to strategize and to flush out these bandits from creating much harm. But to me, from what you said earlier, it seems like these bandits are a bit of a virus. Every time you develop a strategy to flush them out and you think that it has worked, they come back a little bit stronger and a little bit smarter. So in the last situation, you spoke about some of the strategies that the Zamfara state government had implemented in order to quell the violence. And you said it worked for a little while, but they came back. Now, in this situation where you would give citizens the opportunity to get arms if the federal government agrees, Do you not fear that it would be used in some kind of way that, you have not yet been able to strategize, seeing as you don't have a criminal mind? And would it not be safer to arm smaller groups of individuals, say state police, for lack of a better way to describe what this group would be, arm smaller groups of people so that you can control these background checks and the paperwork that goes into this, rather than an entire population who might not exactly be, as scrupulous as we think they are?
You see, we already have the structure on ground. We have what we call community protection guards. And these are groups of people we recruited from among Nigerian Legion, comprising the retired police, retired military officers, and also retired civil defense and other paramilitary who had the background, experience and knowledge on how to handle weapons, on how to respect human laws, on how to discharge responsibilities. And these people, we said, initially we recruited 300 in each of the 19 emirates we have in the state to do this job. And we have done background checking on them. We have trained them. We also introduced them to the security agencies in the state, and they are working in tandem with the security agencies, guiding them because they are from the locals, and they guide the security men in the state to do their operations. And His Excellency, in his urge to ensure that he tackles this problem of insecurity in the state, ordered on Monday that 200 additional of these Nigerian Legion and other able-bodied people who are wishing to partake in this community protection guards to be recruited and be also trained so that they can work together with the security agencies in the state and guiding them, also giving them necessary and valuable information that will help them take the fight to the enclaves of the bandits. So this we have been doing already, and we hope the federal government will see this as a reason and consider what we are doing as a very tangible effort that will, or rather that is geared towards tackling this banditry in the state, because people of Zamfara state are tired. They are tired. They want to get rid of this thing. They want the government to show them that they want the government to show them that it is government. It is having the responsibility of protecting their lives and property. And that is what His Excellency is going in front to ensure his government delivers this responsibility assigned by the Nigerian Constitution.
All right, quickly, Mr. Dosara, is this a confirmation that the Buhari-led government has failed the people of Zamfara states?
No, there is no way you can say Buhari government failed in its responsibility. Buhari government has been doing everything to ensure that the security challenges across the country are dealt with. Take the issue of Boko Haram in the northeastern Nigeria. Before his coming as the president, the issues were so terrible. But today, the story is different. Even in the north central, where we had serious problems, I can assure you that the story is now different. Coming to the northwest, where we are seriously facing the problem of the bandits, is also slowing down. Like I said earlier, before the coming of this administration, I mean the Governor Guntawale's administration, Zamfara state story was very, very bad. Hundreds of people were being slaughtered on a daily basis. But today, we are talking about kidnappings, we are talking about cattle rustling, and that is what His Excellency is trying to make sure
Mr.
that
Ibrahim
these
Dosara.
things have gone. so that farmers can go back to their farms and cultivate their lands to provide food and food security to the nation.
Mr. Ibrahim Dosara, Zamfara State Commissioner for Information, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.